I'm gonna be honest here. This is the first time I do this, so don't kill me for being bad here. So, since there are more New Game Plus runners than there are actually New Game runners, especially easy even, I thought I could maybe do a hard mode tutorial videos and like public notes on SRG to like motivate people to get more into hard mode or easy mode even, because the routes are basically mostly the same, by only being harder and hard kappa. So straight up, before you do want to start a run, or generally before you start the game, set the game settings, everything you want in the game, in PC or console version, everything in the home screen menu, because if you load the game in-game and do the settings there, for whatever reason, it won't pick up the settings, except the difficulty. So if you're on PC, set all your settings here first, so basically set on hard mode, so, and also camera speed, gameplay sensitivity if you need that. But if you're on PC running this, please set off play movie. With that you can save easily 2 minutes over console. Also PS5, yes, because PS5 still sucks. Then we just start the game for it. So first, of course, you want to know if you're English or Japanese, because I'm gonna straight up here, go fuck yourself. I'm playing Japanese language. I'm suffering already from doing this in English text, because I prefer Japanese. Alright. We skip all this. Here, to be honest, you can just spam whatever you want. You just need to build up, need to kill enough enemies so you can process. You can't die here anyway, so doesn't matter what that enemies attack on you. Now we just wait for a short time. And being for safety case, if you don't want to bother like timing it on Tabo's voice and text, just wait for it like appear the like icon on the left to start it, or you just do it on a sound effect. Next off, we just skip all of this, taking any another run you think you would do. And we skip everything. Yep. So the first thing you want to pick up immediately, like right here, before going into the Blanc, get into more cutscenes, getting this information, you want to go to the here, and just like in P5 and Royal, here are SP items that recover your SP for 5 each, which are really important in hard mode runs. Easy also, but more in hard mode, because you spam more the items in hard mode than in easy mode. In easy mode you spam more the HP recovery items than SP ones, because in easy mode you have a really high chance to crit, which can be a little OP with Rampage, Drift Strike and Triple Down, while on hard mode you don't have that increased chance, just the normal chance there is, like normal Merciless. Also, in case you're wondering if the DLCs are allowed, the only DLCs that are allowed are the music DLCs, because there's no additional stuff that comes with the music DLC. While on the pre-order and other stuff, there are like additional stuff you are not allowed to use. And then we hear the naming. You can even say whatever you want, but if you're in hard mode, you want to just go fast and type like one letter each and just pass on. or you don't care about the time loss and then you name yourself. So up, just name yourself that. And once you're in this menu, you are automatically on hard mode because you already set it on your home screen. If you're on normal mode by accident at the beginning, that's fine, but you need to especially hit hard mode here then, because in the first fight it doesn't matter what difficulty you are, because it's scripted. Also here you can change the music if you want, or set it up so you can play random to all of the DLCs. Also in this part of the video, I will probably just do one part each of the jails. In like 2 parts if it's a long jail. I'll do it in 2 parts if it's a small one and just in one video. In this case, all jails except Kyoto, Okinawa, and the final one are done in one video, while every other jail I'm gonna do in 2 videos, so it just better scaled, I guess. Next up, after all the cutscenes, you get back to moving. You do not want to go back, but instead you want to go back here and grab some more SP items. We'll grab all of them and we just add on for lives. We're gonna meet up with Ryuji because we have actually planned to go grilling, if I remember correctly, the story at least. And while trying to buy the stuff we need for the grilling, we need to meet up some idol. Get some cards, some souvenirs apparently, and then we get into this mementos thing. Yes. If you have play movie off, you will skip all cutscenes here basically, and also skip like some of the entrance cutscenes. So here, the first scene here, you just want to, if you can waste your SP items, the SP skills, like AHA, you can waste them here, because you do get them recovered later on anyway. You want to kill as many enemies as possible here, because you can pass on. To the next cutscene. To this one. If you use up all your SPs here, don't be scared because you will recover all your SP after here. It asks you to like basically use AHA. Use that. Do the all-out attack. And then you can just move on with your life. And jump here. Just go here, you can have like a small break, because this is a scripted fight, it takes an amount of time, you don't need to kill any enemies. Fun enough, all pixels gonna actually follow you. I don't know what they want from Joker, but hey. Yeah, you do lose some unnecessary time if Morgana gets knocked down. Not the end of the world though. Next scene here can be a pain sometimes because it depends where the pixels are. They want you to go up there, so once you go up there, you just want to start the action, and once the action is over, immediately just auto attack. I want this one, but I will do this one. You want to do auto attack and just move on with your life basically and kill all pixels as fast as possible, while also like hitting as many possible with AHA. So like with AoE, hit as many as you can, but also not dying. Here, with this at this fight here screen, I would recommend going back to AR, because you do really want to go in AR for the next team fight you get. But in general, underground, I prefer AR over using anything else. And then just follow the alert and jump into the underground. We're gonna meet basically one of the best characters for the run. By the way, if a save prompt comes out, save pop up, you can just press your cancel button. So for this case, for me it's B here, or for PS4 is probably, I think, circle, and just press that to immediately get out of that. Same as in Royal, while E500 it's not, unfortunately. So in this fight here, you want to immediately just turn around and cleave, because that's where you will skip the text box of Morgana and just move on with your life. This here was too slow, but basically the cutscene ends once Morgana ends to talk, but if he never talks, it just moves on faster. Then next up is movement for this game. This is like a good area here. So while during the whole run, you do want to do a movement called attack cancel, like this one. If you go down, mostly, if it's straight, it's also recommended for beginners. If you like more professional and more intimate for movement, you can try the thumb cancel. I'm not the best in it, but it's decent. I do recommend just if you do like the normal attack cancel, you should be fine. How you do the attack cancel, I will probably link down in the description the tutorial from VeloPls, also like for the dash cancel, so you can watch those, because they're fast and easy to explain, and it should be easy to be able to understand how it's to be performed. But it's basically for the attack cancel is just used to do a dash, do attack, dash, and just you can move while moving forward. You can do that basically. Here in this fight, you want to spam cleave while the enemies are like in an area. Like within the area of cleave, you want to spam it, so you just kill a lot of them. You also want to like wait until a huge amount of petals are arrived, so you can just not kill emptiness. Actually do something with it. So in this one we just want to kill the pixies. So what Hero does, he knocks down one and then cleaves them to death, but what I prefer is just knock down one in AoE, and then once the one in front of you is knocked down, you want to do a slow like A-hug combo, like a square 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 triangle combo, or just the third combo of Jokers, to like perform like a weak war form of A-hug, and with that just get the AoE again from, and for the rest you just leave it. Oh yeah, some pixies just really want to get killed by AoE. This fight is a small mob fight, and I do kind of hate it because it's just random at some point. What happens here? But what you want to get out of this fight is that Morgana heals you. That's important. That to happen, basically can't leave and having heal. So you know he will heal you once the 1 tutorial prompt up comes out. Also, getting treasures in this game is really important. So what you want to do here is, once you go to this hanging scaffolding, you don't want to immediately activate it, but wait instead, because if you made it activate, you don't do nothing with it. You literally kill nothing. You deal no damage. You just hang on it for until the shadow beneath you spawns, activate it so you can do an AoE, and hopefully on the shadow here on the front, where my head is right now, is a pixie that also gets AoE, it's knocked down but doesn't get hit by the AoE, so you can do the double AoE and kill all of the enemies really quickly. But happens RNG based, but basically just want to kill this one fast and the rest with cleave. All this works too. Just quit for it. Also, I would say from here on out, immediately, never use bottom pass. Just don't bring it. When it prompts on the left side, don't use it. It's most of the time time loss. Not most of the time, every time, because it happens every time you want to do a combo or kill really fast or go to a specific character. The bottom pass triggers, and you're like, damn it, it's unnecessary time, or even die because bottom pass. So in this fight, guess what you do? You want to spam cleave. You want to spam cleave here in the first row, and on the back, right, like southeast from here, you're gonna spawn more enemies once, like a few seconds later. You want to kill this one out here quickly. You have a high chance for this one to get a crit. At least I get a high chance to get a crit. And you will see that immediately the enemy spawned on here. What you want to do is just go here and wait for those enemies to spawn so you can activate this one. Just activate the AoE. Then wait for those to like land beneath you so you can do another AoE. And get another AoE if you're lucky. Getting all these AoEs today. Damn. Guess I wish I would be lucky this once. So the sonars. Sonars are really important, always in this game, like in all Persona games. But in this one it's more because they're like points and all this shit, and it's sometimes a pain because the first day is really important to get the Personas, like in every another Persona game actually. In 4 and 5. Or in 3 you just fuse all of them actually, most of the time. In the first jail, you want to get Pixie, which you get here. but you don't want to resummon it. You never want to resum any of the personas you get in the first jail. It's like literal time waste and money waste, because money is quite important in this game. Next up is your favorite horse, Icon. So he won't do nothing because he wants me to Pixie, but while we're doing that I will explain something really quickly, and that is Sophie can be so dumb sometimes. So what I mean with that is, you really want, while you do the Pixie combo, like the CEO combo, like with Sendai AR combo, you want to do that after the first one. Like, you will understand what I mean, like in a ribbon phase. Like first do the combo, then CEO, then the combo, then CEO. That way we get all his guards down, you can do an AoE. What you want to have is see Sophie using Rakunda and Baikon. You can do more damage with your AoE and also more damage with the cleave and showtime you get in this battle. So you can have a really quick and easy fight. But Sophie doesn't like to do the Rakunda, which sucks. So we just hope he gets one off with a Rakunda combo or with the skill. But we can't use the skill because we can't use the bottom pass it. For whatever reason. Yeah. After you see, what I prefer is just using the R3 button, like lock down Joker's view on Icon, so you don't need to bother that much. So get a combo, deal. Combo, deal. Combo, deal. Wanna switch to Send immediately, so it goes 6 hits lost in meaning. Goes no SP. You don't want to use SP in this fight. Once he stands up, you want to do a showdown so he gets knocked down again. I think with Rakuna should kill here actually. No. But you still get a free knockdown, so you don't need to care about him getting rampage. And killing you with some stupid shit. And you get a lantern from this fight, which is important. I do recommend here switching to Pixie. Like during the fight, at the end of the fight, I recommend switching to Pixie because once you've used Bicon, you will have Bicon immediately equipped as Persona, not Arsene. I just prefer personally have Pixie equipped at the beginning of for the whole jail when not Arsene. Because nothing is really weak to goddamn Ahau there. But there are a lot of stuff that is weak to Gao. And some of his combo moves are much better than those of Arsene's. Also doing transitions here after getting out of Mementos. Just hold triangle or the button that is for like skipping cutscene, skipping text, to like load the transition faster, bypass it. Whatever reason for on a Switch version it doesn't work, which is stupid and annoying. It is what it is. So we just now showcase all of our friends and family, not family but friends, that we are having here an issue with a second word of Mementos Palace bullshit, and we try to figure out what it is, but we never get to figure it out. So here we want to investigate. The first thing we want to do is during the transition here and Morgana talk, just turn the camera to the left and walk towards Mufutaba. Because while talking to her, you get a free SP heal item. I don't know what it's called. salted papaya cakes. Please. You get the salted papaya and SP healing item. And then you just move on here. You do the investigation here while also buying some stuff, which are really important. First of all, you get here, buy the stuff here. Then you go to Big Bang Burger. You want to buy the second and third item. Just get the Saturn fries, all of them, and then the salad, all of them. Don't want another one because it's more expensive. Waste of money. Here you want to buy the adhesive bandage and the quick fix A alpha, my bad. But here it's 50 HP and it's highly more effective than other ones. Here you want to buy those two. This is Garoku and foreign newcomer because they both heal 20 instead of this 10, or being just only more expensive. I forgot to talk with this one, but you want to talk with this guy before going to a Big Bang Burger. Talk with the girl here, and then you don't need to talk with Ryuji, you can just straight up talk with those guys and finish the investigation. More cutscenes. At least this isn't P5. You actually have cutscene skip. Quick shout out to anyone who run this game day one when it came out. Because on day one in Japanese version of this game, there was no cutscene skip on New Game or in New Game Plus. And they later on added this as an update. So yeah, again, after being able to move around and need to see the dog and the gunman, you want to go back here and get more of the key items. You can also, if you want to be a bit more safe and more secure, you can talk with Ryuji here to get a free HP item. Which I do recommend, it's better than not getting it. Then use your quick travel button, whatever it is, and go to Central Street. In Central Street you don't want to buy anything. Don't. You go just straight up here to the velvet room. Alright, fusions. Want to fuse Bicon and you want to give it Rakunda. And you hope and pray you get the goddamn strength boost. Damn. Like 99% of the time you get an agility boost, and straight up endurance and agility are basically useless stats on personas because they don't matter at all, unfortunately. Only the armor the character has matters, and only magic and strength magic and luck, but endurance and agility are like useless stats. The next Avenger wants you to boost about Sun, which you're gonna do. 1 level.
Yes.
And then we just leave. We don't pick up any persona or anything, we just straight up leave. Because we don't need any more. Because we want to get every another persona again during the jail filtration. So, this being done, now have here bonds. Bonds are really important in this run. They do matter a lot, and what I do here is, so I will give you a description, like in the notes I will public in SRG 2 possible band and fusion routes. You can choose and prefer which one you want to use and which one not. I will use here mine, but there's also heroes, and I will leave it up to you guys if you want, when you learn the round, if you want to use my fusion route and band points, or if you want to learn my band point route and or hero's band point route, or mix, whatever you prefer. It's up to you guys. What you guys prefer doing running it? But what I do is get the money and the boost of effects of healing items, which also affects SP items. So basically, don't get now 5 boosted, but I get now instead I think 7 and 8. Really good. Then you want to go to stats and change up your party. You don't want Morgana, you want Haru. During the whole infiltration, or generally in this whole speedrun in my route, this will be your main team during the whole run. Except in the second jail. In the second jail you will have like main guy, instead of Ryuji we have Yusuke here. In the first jail we have Ryuji, Sophie and Haru. The next jails I will just later on talk about how they go. But the mind behind of getting Haru here is because once you want to get Haru more EXP than the other ones here right now, because she later on gets, once you have defeated the first mini boss in Sendai, it learns technical adept, which is basically a technical boost which increases the damage at 25 times if you get a technical hit, which is really strong early on in the game. But she's literally the earliest character that gets the skill, while Joker only gets it in the third jail, the chest, or perhaps Kaiwan. So yeah, really strong. Then we just go hit the jail. Also, for anyone like first time learning it, I just really recommend you, like, if you're on PC or on PS4, I don't know how it's in PS5, but if you're on PC or PS4, I recommend you just save, or like if you're on PC, find your folder where your saves are and like copy that account, basically the folder for your save, copy it somewhere else. So once you've done like your first patch of saves, then just copy it somewhere else, and then you can save over everything else and just copy paste it over and over again until you finish with practicing. On PS4 and PS5 I think too, I guess, and just save everything you want and then just transfer your save files on a USB to your PC where you can store them, and then that way you can just practice more efficiently while not being bothered that much if you have a save file prepared or if you're not, while worrying about you say what can I say, what no, what is this, what is that, you know what I mean? So yeah, well, I only care about my last 3 save files. I will just save over the first one every time here. So we explore. This first part here is going up to the first core we get, and the second part for the video of this is gonna go towards the rest of the first jail. So tutorial for your ambush, just press X or flying, whatever it is for you. Here you just want to kill them really fast. I prefer just using the launch here and just doing the second combo hit. So, after this fight, you're like here. I will just use cutscenes here and this to like explain in time without blowing too much of the shadow movements. After all the texting here, you want to run towards the boss and use double the phantom move to basically just stomp on it, where once you're up there you should automatically go towards the one like antenna there, the lamp automatically, and then just jump down and go towards the gate. Also I prefer using third eye because with third eye you have a higher increased sight where you can do a move, phantom move. It's off with Joker, with everyone else too. But for You mainly want to control here, Joke. So grab your chest, go up here, grab your chest, go up here. Cutscene. You do your first route, run. Don't care if you don't get the chest or not. Like, oops, might as well explain this one. If you're the first time run, I just recommend really just get all the treasures you can really. That way you won't have a money issue in the first run. Once you get more efficient and more like, no, you need this and this much and don't need that and that much, you can just prepare to like maybe by accident skip it or not. But next up is this one. So here you want to just for one movement go to the one big square chest and from there up there. Basically you jump once and then just jump again. That twice. And also just do a dash like this fast. Up to you, prefer what you like and like not. But yeah. Next up, cutscene. We can go through this. I wish we can go through this. Don't know if anyone tested it with Morgana for the car, but you can go through it. Basically, just go back. If you didn't get the first the treasure here, then going up, you can just grab it now. We're going down. And here you have a small drink break. Because it just turns around for a little bit. You can just safely without to worry too much. Grab a drink during a run. Next up, grab this chest again. If you didn't caught it the first time, just go here. You don't grab the chest on the left there next to the shell because high chance it can ambush you. So next up is just go towards. If you want, you can just hold the triangle or skipping button and just mash forward with the L3 stick while mashing our dash button. So you can just immediately go into the cutscene. Like, yeah, well. So here we use a small time-saving stuff. Is basically if you jump, you will see you can always climb on this, right? So basically, use this to your advantage to like save a little bit of time here and there everywhere instead of just getting the climb up animation and then get the cutscene. Also, now an ambush tutorial. What you want to do is just do the ambush, get down. You can normally attack if you want, or you can just do a launch to AoE. Move on. Walk towards the left because to the right you don't want to go because we don't want to pick up the chest. So from here, you see this one, right? You can see immediately from here on you can grab it. Use it to advantage instead of just going towards it. Use to advantage that you have third eye and you can just go from backwards. Same for the next one. Go up here. You see you can use it from here, right? Or with third eye, but if you go towards and then jump, you can use it. Use it to advantage to like go to cutscene really more quickly than you would by just going towards it. Next up, this fight is a bit dumb. Why? Because in order we use this Ari here on arm to kill the Chirku really quickly, but it's a bit slower. If you might be slower, but also this is a bit faster sometimes. Basically, what you want to do is if you have a strength boost icon, if you do an ambush here with this action, you can actually get a knockdown and get a AoE. But if you don't get the strength boost on icon, you will only get like one guard break and only do one more. So keep that in mind. So what you want to do is basically just use the action first and then go in your AoE, because with the action, also all of the shadows here are mostly gonna die and you can just concentrate on the seal keys. Oh, you didn't got that. Yes, I was lucky then. So basically what you want to do is use the combo attacks while also immediately using launch if they use a Bufu, because what is important is that if an enemy who is neutral to physical, also to physical or gun, using a skill, you can like stop them by just using a physical attack, by physical skill or magic. We of course don't want to use a magic because the magic used in this game is really high, like in Persona Q and PQ2 games, which is unfortunately, but it's usable still. So what is important here in general is if an enemy attacks you, like for best case in general here the circus in general, if they move for you, you really don't want to get hit by it. First off, because Soph is going to deal you, and you don't want her to waste her SP that much. Second off is you, how do you say that? Just don't want to get hit for it. Literally, yeah, you don't want to get hit. Don't want to get hit, use the SP items and or SP items or Sophie's SP helium. Just use the items here. Use the launch once, because once you use it, you automatically like recover the HP on your own once you don't do any of the HP skills. You will recover on your own as long as you don't get hit. And that's important. So next up is going up here, and you can go from here. If you use from far, like third eye, or without, you can see you can already activate this one, this cutscene. And don't worry, you're not falling down. You just activate the cutscene, and the cutscene is going to put you back up here. Let's bring to the next tutorial. This bullshit. This bullshit can be a pain in the ass, because sometimes the game decides if you want to look this way, but sometimes it just decides, oh, you're gonna look this way now. It's weird, sometimes it puts in that direction, sometimes not. Anyway, I will show you the path you want to take with my route. If you take the route, if you want to take the path with hero routes, you will not pick the chest right in front of us. You will skip it. That pro, I think, if I remember correctly, you buy a Joker's weapon in Sophie's shop before entering the jail. So. Right. Got the pulsar for Sophie's weapon, and you don't want to equip it yet. Basically, also what I just did there is basically use the advantage of third eye in general, like the game allowing me to go up here instead of using all this pathing here, is by going to the corner of this and just jumping really high enough in here so you can use it. I just use third eye as a like security so I can really get it and not by accident not get it and get down and lose time. And, once you get the chest, you just want to move on with the advantage and just follow the arrows. In both easy and hard mode, you want to grab this chest because it's free money, basically. Also, if you're next to like area like this or in a vent, or when you slide down, don't use the like your attack cancel, because then sometimes you just want to recognize that you can actually use the action there. At least if you like immediately doing the attack cancel and want to go there, it doesn't allow you for a few seconds. So just normal dash there and then use the. While also doing dark areas while I'm here, I forgot to mention, sorry. During dark areas, you can still, in some of them, during dark areas, once you skip the cutscene, you can still move around. So for example, in the speedrun, we use it as an advantage and just grab this chest and move into the slide. When you see here, you want to move here fast, or else the shadow is gonna see you and it's gonna be the bad time. So next up, checkpoints. Checkpoints are not that important in the run because they are barely used. Because in the current rounds you do all J's in one go. And the only J we do in 2 goes is Osaka because Osaka is big bully. Ganesha has Savastis. Ganesha is bullshit. You get what I mean. Osaka is bully. Just remember. Osaka is big bully in this one. Oh yeah, grab chest. Always good. Don't grab the chest up there because it's just some material you don't need in a run. Don't activate the checkpoint here yet, but we're gonna use it later on after the fast core. Here, a small mob fight. I prefer to do here just the second combo of Joker, where also using launch here and there on Silky, while Hero uses cleave through the most of the fight. And it's up to you to prefer what you want to do. I use the second combo with Joker because that way he learns faster, like his last combo. So it's just 5 times square, no, it's a 4 times square, 5 times square, and then triangle combo with the persona, which is really good for this jail. I prefer you have that early on than get it really late. So yeah. Don't use any of the bottom pass attacks again, just remember because it can pop up here the first time because it's a long fight. And also, if you see that by the lanterns here, you can still use this Dao combo if you want to. Get a pause for AoE. Here, for example. This is Silky. Silky's bad time. Don't want to get hit by the seals. I'm just going to take this slow because I no rush here. And I got the Pixie, which is really good. I really prefer having Pixie than Lantern early on because that way I have a secured way to like boss Archangel. It's a pain in the ass, by the way. Also, by the way, next up is this area. First one just time stops. Very important is there's like a car there, right, or whatever it is. You want to use third eye and just get near to it so you can do a phantom move up there, and then climb up there to this building. I will show it to you. Then go up here. You want to go up here and then grab this chest, which has drop plus weapon in it, which is really strong. If you put out the effect it has, it is really strong. Also the weapon that Sophie has is also really strong if you get the effect of it. Also during the cutscene, when doing any of the cutscene here during the chest opening, you can open the menu. So you can just immediately change up your stuff. Just get a Blitz Dagger, it just has a low chance to freeze. And Earth, which is a low chance to dizzy. If you get those off during Alice fight, you have a free W. I'll tell you that much because you don't need to use any of your SP, you can just spam Rampage on that woman. And have like a free first phase or second phase. A lot of damage. I really prefer getting those fights because if you get it off, it's cool. If not, well, don't waste money to get the items you want. I just prefer that way. But Hero does something else. Next up, you just want to get past this guys here and get to this fight. Not a mob fight. Guess what? So, important here. Don't want to activate this one immediately, or this one. You don't want to activate immediately. You want to wait a little bit once, especially this one. You want to wait here until both of the circuits spawn. Once both of the circuits spawn, you can use it so you can just get them knockdown on them and just AoE kill them. Here is, you want to wait until the jack-lantern spawned here in this part and just using them, get an AoE to do like around surrounding area damage. And later on the back, once you have killed enough shadows on the back here, gonna spawn 2 Bicons. You will see them in the map moving around. If possible, move as fast as possible because there's another one of those lantern moves you want to do. You can knock them down and do another AoE to beat them, or else it will just be bothersome because you then have to launch to kill them because they can be a pain to kill sometimes. So yeah, we just start off. So like this, both spawns, use that action, and move on. If you don't want to use the soul time, you want to keep it until the Mokoi fight. Really want to keep it until the Mokoi fight. Alright, good. Also, you don't want to use any SD, don't want to switch your characters, and just stay on Joker and kill them. That's possible while also not wasting too much of your HP or items. If you need to use items, you can use them, but I would recommend just, if possible, not use them and just keep to the normal combos Joker has. And this is the first part of this jail, and in the next part we just move on to Archangel, Mokoi, Succubus, Archangel 2, the Shibuya locker fight, and else. Don't ask me why I named Alicia. But yeah, we'll see you in the next one.